Hey everyone, welcome to GODCAST, the official Chariots of the Gods podcast. And I'm your host, Matt Saint-Amour.
The sky was burning. I can feel the hot wind on my face, staring into a black abyss, gazing in the lost horizon.
Alright, so what I'm starting right now is I'm going to try to do a new series of podcasts about my band, Chariots of the Gods. But we'll also talk about other shit like movies, music, life, sex, growing up, everything else, man. Anything that comes to mind, nothing's off topic. It's all about having a good time and a good chat with friends. In this first installment, we're going to start off at the beginning. I'm going to take you way back in time with my guests and give you a history of how Chariots of the Gods came about and how its members became what they are today. So we're going to call it Chariots of the Gods Project Genesis. That's right, Wrath of Khan style. So let's get started with Chariots of the Gods Project Genesis, Episode 1, The Phallic Menace.
Now, tides of war with rising, turmoil and rapture. The evil seems to take on.
So, since this is the first installment, I thought I'd start off with my oldest friend and also the former bass player for Chariots of the Gods. I've known this guy since I was about 12 years old. I mean, we shared a lot of stuff, and I'm glad to have this guy in my life. For those who've seen him around, he's forever sporting a beard and the likes of the great Chuck Norris. He's got tales and legends woven about his mighty coxmanship. He's also believed to surpass the legendary Liam Neeson in phallic endowment. Yes, sir, I've said it. But this kind of gentleman has something even bigger in him than what he shares with the ladies, and that, my friend, is a big heart. He's a real stand-up guy, and for all you women out there listening, he's currently single, yes. So, come on, give it up for our first guest, Christian Methot. All right, everyone, welcome to GODCAST Episode 1. I am your host, Matt Saint-Amour, and here I am with the man, the legend, Christian Methot himself. What's up, dog?
Word.
So, man, what you doing?
Just chilling in your studio right now.
Damn right. Okay, so, basically, it's first installment, first episode of GODCAST, and basically, I got a couple of questions to ask you, and I guess, just answer, and we'll go from there, just where we're going to see how things go. It's just having conversation about your life and your part in Chariots of the Gods and your life after Chariots of the Gods, and that's how it's going to go.
For sure, man, for sure.
All right. Okay, all right. So, first things first, how did you discover music?
How did I discover music?
Yeah.
Actually,
from the first time you remember.
I remember pretty well because I just went to high school, and I don't know, I just took my sister's old CD player, and my mom just gave me I think it was the 25-year edition of Another Brick in the Wall from Pink Floyd, and I can remember it quite clearly, just listening to that album all year, and I think I kind of discovered Korn or something that year.
What year was that?
You
remember? Like high school or?
Yeah, high school. I just started high school, so around 2000 sort of thing.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So, you were about like 12 years old?
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
I was 12. So I started listening to music like for real at that time.
Yeah.
And yes.
I mean, I remember you in high school. You really seemed to be a very, musical guy. You were really into music a lot. I mean, I think that's something people also felt about you. You were always a guy listening to music. You had a lot of weird shit on your iPod or whatever the hell you had.
Yeah, well, actually, I started in high school, like first year I listened to only Pink Floyd, like I said, and second year I was hanging out with a bunch of people which I don't know, I was doing skateboard with them, and they started listening to grindcore and heavy metal and stuff, and they showed me that stuff.
Nice.
And I tried to show you that stuff, and you hated it.
I was resisting the call of heavy metal. Yeah
you were like, why are they screaming all the time?
I remember, man, fucking old school me not wanting to go metal.
Yeah, but then again, you influenced me, and I don't know, in my third year or something, I was listening to more of rock music and less metal, and I don't know. You
Yeah,
started
kinda,
listening
yeah,
with
kind
to
of
metal.
switched around. Yeah,
Yeah, and we started playing music together and stuff.
yeah.
So in high school, I was really exploring a lot of music, and still today I am.
You'll,
I never really went to only particular style.
yeah, you kept it open, so it's discovering new stuff. I mean, yeah, you know, you used to come to school like you'll listen to this, and I'm like, what the fuck is that, man? It's not music. You're like, yeah, it's fucking awesome, man.
Oh yeah,
Like, oh, is it Nuclear Rabbit?
yeah. Nuclear Rabbit. You thought that was
Yeah,
weird.
yeah, yeah.
And even into metal, I listened to Unexpect, and
Yeah. Nah, I don't get it. It's circus music.
Yeah.
It feels to me. you
yeah,
know?
it is. But it's like progressive music.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's something more than just
Regular 1, 2, 3
Yeah.
chords. Yeah.
yeah.
And you know, I mean, you like you said, I mean, you basically kind of mapped it out, but you'd say that was your musical path. I mean, you started from, like you said, Pink Floyd, The Wall, and from there on, you kind of evolved
Yep.
to like harder stuff.
Yeah.
And like what was the what's the freakiest stuff you ever listened to?
Freakiest stuff. I don't know.
Like
This
the most, I'd say, like from the, you know, let's say Pink Floyd being your starting point.
Yeah.
What's the extreme, the opposite of that?
What's the opposite? That
Yeah,
I don't know. I'd have to say that.
the fucked up.
Yeah. The first year I listened to music was Pink Floyd, and the second was grindcore. I don't think this could ever relate together.
Yeah.
But still today, I'm finding pretty weird band that I like Igor. I
Yeah.
just found out it's called, I don't know, breakcore. What the hell is that?
Okay.
But it's a mix of, I don't know, classical music, jazz, grindcore, black metal.
So
It's
weird.
pretty damn weird.
Weird mixes of styles and stuff.
Yeah, but I like it.
Good. Yeah. Hey, nice. And you know, what's the first thing that made you say like, I want to play music? Do you remember that spark? Was it a song? Was it a riff? How was it? When was it?
I don't know. That's a hard question, actually. I've always been close to music. When I was little, I had like a xylophone and a small keyboard, and I've always played with that. And my mom always said that I was learning songs just by listening to them when I was young.
Yeah, developing your ears and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And when I was in high school, there was a course for playing guitar, and I just thought, yeah, fuck it, I don't want to do arts anymore. I'm bad at drawing, so I'll just take the guitar course.
Well, that was when, like, the first or the second year, or
Third year. I started
third year. Yeah. So
Yeah.
okay.
Same year I started having my long hair to hide my headphones in them to listen in my courses.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
I started with guitar actually, and
Yeah.
switched to bass like 2 or 3 years after.
Yeah. So, I mean, but you don't remember a certain thing? It was just like fuck arts.
Yeah, basically it was fuck arts, and I listened to music, so I should just give it a try. It looks interesting, looks fun, and I really enjoyed it.
Do you remember the first thing you played, or the first thing you were like, wow, I can actually play this? I mean, not the, you know, I mean, they give you stuff in the classroom to practice,
Yeah.
but like an actual song that you liked, that you were like, I'm gonna give it a try, and wow, I can play that.
Yeah, well, during the courses, the songs that they made us learn were quite boring. So
Yeah, just stuff to practice the fingering and
Yeah.
fretting and everything. You know?
exactly. So it
Get the
was
hang of it.
mostly like I was just not having courses, and I could practice whatever I want. And when I was at home on the evenings, I was just practicing stuff. And I remember trying to learn Led Zeppelin songs and Black Sabbath songs, and eventually I went to Metallica songs because it was a bit faster, the
Yeah.
early albums. And I remember trying to play like my first solo from Metallica,
Yeah.
and being able to see that this could be possible. And I think I've been playing for 2 or 3 months, and I realized I could do it. So I remember like
Remember the
sitting.
song?
No, I don't actually
Was it,
remember.
Nothing Else Matters? No? I mean, that's an easy solo to start with.
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah,
that
it
one.
was?
How does it go? You remember?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the one actually.
okay, all right.
So it's not a hard one, but
No, it's
you've been
blues-
playing guitar 2 or
bluesy.
3,
Yeah, no,
and
it's
you listen to
something.
that, and you see you can do that. So yeah, it was nice, and I found that metal was a nice music to play for that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Cool.
soft song, but whatever.
Was it on? I mean, because at school it was classical guitars. Did you have an electric at home?
Yeah, I had a cheap electric guitar.
You remember the brand or?
It was like Sunfire or something.
I don't really remember. Was it a Strat, a black Strat with a white pickguard?
Yeah, it was like a red
replica.
Red. Yeah. I still have it at home, but I don't know that brand. It was from a weird shop in Ottawa that were selling like the cheapest guitars ever.
Intercontinental Music.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was just cheap, and my mom said
it's always 70% off.
Yeah, always. We don't know why.
Yeah. So yeah, man. So you say you still have it?
Yeah, I still have it.
Is it at your place here or now at your apartment or whatever?
My apartment at Sherbrooke, actually.
I
don't really play it anymore because it's old. The frets are all like, I don't know, used and stuff.
Yeah, full of gunk and rusting. Yeah,
exactly.
All right.
Always untuning itself.
Yeah.
But still.
But yeah, man, that was like your first that was your at-home guitar?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool. And did you find that it was a big change from like classical guitar to electric guitar, neck wise or playing wise? Because I remember it was a big like, oh my god, it's so easier to play electric guitar.
Yeah, well the neck is thinner. The classical guitars, they are made to, I don't know, do chords and
they got wider. It's a wider neck to do the finger picking style, flamenco and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I don't know, the strings are a bit higher. Well, from the guitars we had at school though.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a different feel. It's not the same distance between strings and.
But so you say like when you picked up the electric guitar, you were like, "Fucking A."
Yeah, fucking right.
That goes well. Now I sound better than I actually am. Maybe.
Yeah, especially when you plug that guitar and you put distortion and you don't see the little mistakes you make.
Yeah.
You just do an E and it's freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, look at that thundering sound. Yes, sir.
Yeah, playing Black Sabbath on the classical guitar isn't the same.
No, it's not the same. I remember, man, I played, I was in, I took the first year when I was in high school of classical guitar.
Yeah.
And, on the second year, I started to, near the end of the first or whatever, second year, but I learned Paranoid from Black Sabbath on the classical guitar, and I was like, yeah, look at me, I'm good, I can play something. And then when I finally tried it on the electric, I was like, oh my god, I'm in heaven, this is great. Yeah. It's a different field, man. But yeah, it's definitely, there's a big difference between the two.
Yeah, of course.
All right, from there on, like, we've established kind of your musical background as of now. And so, you are probably one of my oldest friends.
Yeah.
How did we meet?
Yes,
that whole saga. How did it begin?
Oh my god.
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah, well, once upon a time, I lived in Gatineau before Gatineau and Hull were the same cities.
Yeah.
And I moved to Hull, and I didn't know anyone.
Yeah.
But so I actually met your brother first. Yeah. He was 1 year younger than me, and you're 1 year older, of course. But
I'm 2. Well,
than me. So I was kind of in the middle. But I met your brother because I always saw him walking from school, and since we live so close to each other, we started talking for some reason. I don't actually remember though.
I can really, literally we're close. I mean, I could go up to the back of my, in my yard and scream like, "Chris!" and he could answer if he's outside.
Yeah, of course. So
we live close to the elementary school too, so that's where you met my brother.
Yeah, that's where I met your brother, and I started hanging out with him. And
that was did you remember why? I mean, did you have a I don't know, similar interest or something? Because
and I don't know. I guess it was more like video games and maybe my pool or whatever. Because I don't know if you remember, but the first times you were coming at my place, we were playing Marco Polo and stuff.
Yeah.
Like all summer long. Yeah. And I guess our friendship goes back to the pool.
All right.
And maybe, I don't know, GoldenEye.
Yeah, GoldenEye, yes sir. Damn right, Nintendo 64.
Good times.
Yeah. like you said, I mean, you were friends with my brother more than me at first. I mean, I remember it like that. Do you remember the switch or how it happened? Because I mean, from there on, you know, you didn't really hung out with my brother anymore after that. You know?
Yeah. I don't exactly remember the switch, but I remember I started hanging out a bit less with you guys and started doing skateboarding, and I had a couple of other friends for a bit of time, and I don't know, we just started hanging out again. You called me back, we did stuff.
Yeah.
You were living close, so it was
easier.
it was easier, and your brother, I don't know, he just
it just moved on to something else.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess we started hanging out more and more, and he started hanging out with other people or doing other stuff. And well, for a while we were all hanging out, the three of us all the time.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't know what happened exactly.
And like from there on, when you started to play guitar and stuff like that, you know, we were both in high school at that time.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Because I remember us like, you know, playing guitar together and stuff.
Do you remember what's the first song we jammed together? I remember it was right here in your basement.
Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I'm not sure if that's, but I remember playing that song at your place. I don't know if we did it here, but was it "Shouted" by Kiss?
No, that was a bit later.
Okay, that was later. What was the first song?
"Don't Fear the Reaper."
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we were in your basement. We were trying to jam "Don't Fear the Reaper" because it's a bit simple. And
yeah.
I remember your dad being like, "No, it's not like that. You should do this and that."
Ah, man.
I still remember that. I don't think we ever did it correctly, but we moved on to other songs that were nicer.
But it's not that simple. I mean, you know, I like "Don't Fear the Reaper." You know, you gotta. There's an F chord in there. I know it, and it's, you know, it's a bar chord. It's hard when you're beginning to play guitar.
Yeah.
What the fuck did we choose that song?
I don't know. I did not even know the song.
No, all right.
I don't know why we did that. No one was playing the cowbell. It's useless without the cowbell.
So yeah, from there on, you know, so like you said, okay, "Don't Fear the Reaper." I said, "Shout It" from Kiss.
Yeah.
Other stuff.
Started playing some Kiss. I remember we were when we started playing a bit more together, it was Kiss, and when we were working at Canadian Tire, and we're bringing your guitar and my bass over there, and we were playing like Iron Maiden unplugged under a tree.
Yeah. That was good.
Yeah, that was cool.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, I mean, from that time on, you know, like you said earlier, you introduced me to metal.
Yep.
I fought it for a while. I was like, no, I don't like that. And from there on, I kind of went into it, you know.
Yep.
And we started to. That's when you changed from guitar to bass. Why? What happened? 'Cause that's an important change, you know.
Yeah, it's a big difference actually. But a friend of mine was selling his bass, so I was interested. Just thinking,
who's the friend? Do I know him?
Yeah, Nick Patface.
No face Nick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was selling his bass, and it was not really expensive, and it was an okay bass, I guess. So I just thought, yeah, maybe I could buy one and play something different. I actually owned the drum for a while as well.
Yeah, that's true, man.
I always wanted to try something new, so I got the bass.
Do you have a keyboard also? A bigger one? I think at some time.
At some time I borrowed one from a friend, but I never owned one.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I tried that out.
So and like you said, from bass, you bought you bought the bass from Nick, and just from there you started to
I started to practice, and I discovered there was like a lot of techniques I liked, and
slap techniques.
Yeah, slap, tapping, polyphonic tapping was fun as well.
Yeah.
I've always, I don't know, when I was learning songs, I never really learned the whole song. I was always like searching for the parts that were interesting and learning those techniques and doing other stuff and trying to improvise.
That's cool.
So I'm not the best musician in the world because of that, but then again, I was having so much fun, and the bass was like a whole new world of possibilities.
Yeah.
And people were like, "Hey, you're playing bass? Wanna be in my band?"
Yeah,
all the time.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, it's like guitar is the easy way in kind of thing, and to be like, oh no, man, I decided to go to bass, and to, you know, I mean, you were pretty good at, like, you know, we didn't know any bassist, but I mean, you were like, "Hey, look at that! Look what I can do! I can slap and tap and do all that stuff. Those little techniques you learn." So I mean, that was good.
Yeah.
So
I had fun, and I like the like raw song of the raw sound of a bass, and it's way more heavy, of course.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Cool.
Less twangy.
Yeah.
I could do more techniques without necessarily doing solos, and that was something I liked, and being able to jam with anyone because they were all playing guitar.
Yeah.
It was a good plus.
Yeah. I mean, you know, the frets are bigger, necks longer.
Yeah. I had
Playing
to
with your
adapt.
fingers also,
Yeah.
because I mean that you know, I don't think you ever used a pick.
I tried.
Yeah.
Did not like it.
Like but were you playing guitar with your fingers also? Or
I preferred playing guitar with my fingers than with a pick, but I was playing with a pick because it was more convenient.
yeah.
But I don't know if I'm playing guitar as a righty, but I'm a lefty actually.
Yeah, true. That's something.
So my left hand on the neck was never a problem. Actually, it was quite easy to get around, but picking was always hard because it was my right hand, and I never knew really how to hold a pick. It was always awkward.
So you had, like, basically playing a bass with your fingers. It just kind of felt right because it was easier for you than to strum and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I don't remember you having any problem with that area. Actually, you kind of picked it up really well. You know, you had a very, very smooth transition.
Yeah, I was practicing a lot back in those days. I was getting home and playing a lot of bass, and just spending all my evening playing bass and learning new songs, new techniques, and just looking at other bassists and how they were playing.
Yeah. All right. Okay, from there on, you know, we've established you know, that we've played music. We were playing music together, just fucking around, trying to learn songs.
Yeah.
You transitioned to bass. Do you remember the creation of the band from the first time we fucked around?
In Chris' bass, I don't know, garage, I think.
Yeah, it was in his garage at first. But
do
you remember it? Did we? I mean, that's where it started. It didn't start before that, no. I don't like it. I don't.
Well, actually, wanting to have a band, it was back in his garage. I remember. I think it was about the same summer as Canadian Tire and stuff.
Yeah.
We were like playing songs that we learned from Iron Maiden or Black Sabbath and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we were just jamming on the side, not serious stuff. And you were hanging out with Big Chris a lot.
Yeah.
And you started trying to compose songs about stupid stuff, I guess, but they were good. Stupid stuff. But they were funny, and they sounded good, and we were like, hey,
it was like, they sounded good. They're so fucking shitty. But
compared to what we are doing now, but considering we were like 15, and they sounded good for 15-year-old kids trying to do metal. It was just
metal. Like, we're just we're gonna try to go fast. We're gonna try to shred. We're gonna try to do this. And
And back in those days, I was like jamming with other friends in Gatineau, trying to do like a black metal band or something. I don't know what I was thinking, but I had fun.
Yeah.
And started. You were playing with Chris, and you were like, hey, we could jam with me actually, and have a bassist. Could be great. We started jamming in Chris's garage, and I was like, hey, you should do harmonic stuff because I was in a melodic black metal band.
Yeah.
And I showed you with the.
Like
tierces and stuff.
inverted thirds, third harmonies,
stuff like that, and you were trying always to harmonize solos from that point.
Like Iron Maiden and stuff like that. That kind of sound, you know.
Yeah, and I think it kind of gave a lot of spirit to the band.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's like we started like that, trying to harmonize solos, trying to harmonize riffs and stuff.
And it was
a milestone.
It was a good. You know, I mean, it came in handy because, I mean, you know, we had me and Chris were, you know, two guitar players. We were learning to play guitar kind of at the same time also.
Yeah, exactly.
So we were growing together and learning to play the same stuff. So, you know, having harmonies made that sound richer and fuller, you know.
Yeah. And
so
both of you were starting to listen to metal and learning guitar still. And I don't know, you both discovered Children of Bodom in your... common passion for those guys.
Yeah. So, you know, learn how to shred and try to solo and add melodies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um,
And a bit later on, I think Rich just contacted us and he was like, hey, you guys are jamming sometimes. You know, I have an electric drum. We should jam.
yeah. But at first, I think he came and hung around a bit. You know, he used to play guitar too at first, him.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I mean, he went with the drums, and from there we just started to hang out. Did we play drums in Chris's garage with the electronic drum, or
I don't know. I think with the electronic drums, it was in Rich's room.
Rich's basement.
Yeah, Rich's basement. In his room, actually, we were like playing on his bed, and
Yeah.
yeah,
So
it was fucking hot in there.
Yeah. You remember those days? So basically, like, we had the transition from like a garage band to a basement band, and
Yeah.
that's where we got a bit more serious. I mean, in the basement, we started to, the songs started to become more more song-like.
Yeah, but
And,
At first, when Rich came in, he just wanted to jam a bit, and it was nothing serious.
Well, he never played drums either in in
exactly.
a band and stuff. He learned how to play drums with us.
Yeah, he was improving so fast, and we were jamming more and more, and we liked it. So, and people from the street didn't. Well, we were not bothered anymore when we were at Rich's place. I don't know if you remember at Chris, people were passing by and like, hey, I used to play guitar. We were doing like Led Zeppelin solos and stuff.
Yeah.
What's that chord? I don't know. You didn't play guitar, huh?
Yeah.
I don't remember if you remember that guy.
The old man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old weird man. And the I don't know. Oh my god, I forgot his name. You remember there was a guy came and he tried to sell his CD. He was just knocking on everyone's door and selling CD.
Yes.
Always wearing camo pants. He was super weird.
Yeah, he played keyboard and stuff weird. Look, man.
I listened to his CD and it was like if I don't know, fell asleep on his keyboard with the auto beats on. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah, man. I remember that. There was
he was talking so fast.
Back in the day, man. Fucking taking us back. Time machine. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I guess we were more, we could more explore at Rich's place and have fun without being disturbed by anyone.
Yeah, and I mean his parents were cool enough to let us play in the basement because I mean we didn't have big amps back in the day, but I mean we still made noise,
Yeah, of course.
So do you remember what bass amp you had or what bass you had? At that time, I think it was your.
It was a Yamaha bass, but the amp I don't really remember. I think at that point I was playing with my guitar amp because I did not yet invest in one.
Yeah. Okay. And from there on, we start to, like I said, we start to play more songs and stuff like that, and we got. How long do you think it was before? You suggested we try to get a singer that was, like your friend Renaud. You brought him in. How long do you think was the period of just learning to play together and learning the songs? Because when he came in, we already knew songs.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I don't exactly remember the dates, but we must have been just playing
like 6 months, 6 months,
probably more.
Yeah.
Because just the process to get Renaud to be there took at least a summer. I think I talked to him like it was spring, the end of spring.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, you could come and sing for us. He came once.
Let's just establish something first. I forgot. Yeah, because from there on, before joining, before we started to fuck around and try to be a metal band, but you had a soft rock, folk rock, French Canadian folk rock.
Yeah, let's call it like Quebecer rock, I guess.
Okay. Project called Projet Désaccordé.
Exactly. I started playing with those guys before.
Before us?
It was when I started in Cégep, so I was 17 or something. So we were...
So 2007, 8?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
2006, 2007.
Yeah.
I met those guys, started playing with them, doing shows. We were jamming together back then.
And Renaud was the drummer, by the way. So
exactly, that's where he came from.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were jamming together, but nothing real serious. I don't think we were in Chris's garage yet, or starting to be when I started with Projet Désaccordé.
Yeah.
And I remember.
Well, you did some shows and stuff with them. I mean, that got you some, like, you did shows before us.
Exactly.
So that got you
different
you
crowd,
got more, different crowd, but you got some stage experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Unlike the rest of the band, so
Yeah.
and Renault as well, but behind the drum kit instead of in front.
Yes. Yeah.
So cool. So yeah, like I said, I mean, you brought in Renault from there. You told him like, hey, wanna try to sing? Because I mean, he always, I guess, wanted to.
Yeah, well,
Or
our singer wasn't there at one point, and we were jamming just guitar, bass, and drum.
Yeah.
And I heard Renaud trying to scream behind the drum and just singing the lyrics to like Quebecer soft rock band.
Yeah,
but in
screaming.
metal scream.
Yeah.
And I thought like, hey, I think he has a good voice, but the drum was just so loud I did not hear him really clear. And I was just joking about it and was like, hey, I'm trying to make a metal band and we need a singer. Want to try out?
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, sure, why not? I was surprised but
Yeah.
happy at the same time, and I was like, we could give it a try, because we tried with other singers and
Yeah,
people
didn't work.
didn't work. People were weird, or I don't know,
Well, I mean,
not serious.
It was nice because I mean, at least we knew him, through you. I mean, he's a friend of yours. We hadn't met him, I think. I mean, he went to school with us.
Yeah, but you guys knew him because I was doing shows with him.
Yeah.
You talked to him before, but he's just like an acquaintance.
Yeah. But from there, he came and he basically came to a jam and just screamed, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
And I remember the sound quality being really shitty in the basement. Did he even have a mic?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah, because he hadn't enough gear at his place. His dad was a musician as well, so
Yeah.
we had mics and stuff.
Okay.
I think he brought his mic.
Okay.
And he was just, I don't know, screaming random stuff, and we thought it was a good sound to it, and if he was interested he could continue playing with us.
Yeah.
But we just did not really contact him for like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that. But
Yeah, man. It was just like, well, I thought you were down for it or something, but you never called us
yeah,
like,
and he was like, I did not think you liked it, and you did not call us. So
so
call me.
Yeah, so it was just like, all right.
We were confused.
Yeah, but finally, I guess we were like, yo, Chris, tell Renaud, like, does he want to do it or not? I mean, is he in? Because we want the singer, we want to do shows and stuff. So, from there, do you remember the first shows? Like the first, like your first show with Chance of the Gods. Do you remember what it was?
Yeah, and Gatineau with Death Row 6.
Yes, sir. The main man.
Yeah.
Death Row 6.
Because when I was playing with my, like I told earlier, I made a black metal band at some point.
Yeah.
And I was playing with some friends in Gatineau, Christopher and Frank and Carlos.
Yeah.
Just joined the band at a point, and he was playing a lot with Frank.
Yeah.
And Carlos made a band called Death Row 6, and he contacted me and was like, hey, we want to make a show, and I know you have metal band now, so we want to tag along.
Open and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it was a cool show. Those guys were, they're nice people.
It was nice. Well, I mean, they had been playing for longer than us.
Yeah, of course. They're older than us.
Yeah,
except Carlos.
Yeah. Yeah, but they had, they had a lot of gear too, I think they, now looking at it, I mean, it's, I don't really like Behringer, but they had like, full double cab stacks of Behringer for guitars and bass and, heads and stuff like that. They were fully equipped.
Yeah.
So that was it was really impressing to a bunch of little kids came out of a basement with like a little cheap Fender combo. You put that on a chair and you kind of mic it and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
I remember that. It was kind of intimidating to see them with all that gear, and
us being like, all right,
yeah,
we have our little amps. But it was a great show. I mean, we had some fun. It was really nerve-wracking and stuff.
Yeah. It was your first show.
Yeah.
It was my first metal show, but it was your first ever like
live experience,
quote unquote, on stage.
Yeah.
Because we were actually on the floor.
Yeah, there was no stage.
No.
But it was cool, but I mean, You know, especially like back in the day, we used to play so fast live. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, we were all nervous.
All nervous and stuff. And I mean, the songs were like, we have some recording of us playing, you know, a couple of shows later and stuff. But, you know, we were so nervous that it's so freaking fast. It's not even good to me. I mean, I listen to it, I'm like, oh, that's crap. I mean, that's way too fast. What the hell were you thinking?
I don't know.
So
we were all nervous. If it wasn't someone starting the solo faster, it was I don't know, Rich starting the beat way too fast, and we were always trying to keep up with the others, so we were always going faster and faster.
But I mean, at the same time, you know, we were still playing the song pretty good. It was fast. It wasn't
surprisingly.
It's not like it wasn't bad because it was poorly played. No, it was just bad because I mean the song's not supposed to be that fast, but it was tight.
Yeah,
it still worked. You know, we were still playing clean enough.
Yeah, enough. We were making a lot of mistakes though, but the songs. Yeah, they went on and they sounded like they should have sounded faster.
Yeah. And you from there on, I mean, we got better. We got more shows.
Yeah.
We played around. Do you have any other memories from that in between time?
In between time.
I'm talking like from the first show we didn't get before we recorded the EP.
Before the EP.
Yeah, like, do you have any memories or something of interesting stuff you want to bring up?
What did we do? We did not have a lot of shows before the EP, I think.
No, we had a couple of locals, but nothing big.
So it was fun. We were mostly adapting, I think, to the stage and just losing that stage fright.
Yeah,
I think.
Stage fright. Losing that little stage fright.
Yeah, and just learning to, I don't know, play with each other on stage, because it's a lot different than playing in a garage or in a basement.
You're moving around, interacting with the crowd and stuff.
Yeah, and you're not like talking about sex in between songs and stuff like that.
No,
so
you gotta have a routine on stage, you know, from one song to the other and stuff, and be professional about it.
Yeah. So I think we were just trying to learn not to be awkward on stage and be more comfortable. I don't have any clear memories of a good show before the EP, but it was still always fun.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it was nice to be on stage and be able to play.
Yeah, it was fucking great.
Yeah. All right. Okay. And you know, from there, from the shows we had an opportunity to go in the studio.
Yep.
But just excuse me, before that, did we move to Ottawa? We moved
to Ottawa before doing the EP.
Before doing the EP, so
because Rich's father, Rich Senior,
Mr. Senior.
Oh yeah, he
had a print shop there in the industrial part of Ottawa.
Yeah, and he started to be interested in what we did because he was playing music when he was younger. So I guess he was just happy that his son was.
He was a drummer as well, so his son being a drummer too, being taken in, being in a band, drumming and stuff.
Yeah,
he was happy for him. So
so he was happy and he was trying to help. So he offered the jam spot in Ottawa. So we started playing there, and I think after that he offered the recording stuff because it was kind of a deal between, I don't know, multiple companies. He was printing stuff for a guy doing recording, so we had recording time.
Yeah, it was a trade circle, so if you need this, I'll do this for you, and you give me that in return and stuff. So to
be honest, I never really understood everything that went between those guys, but we were just happy to have a studio time.
Yeah, and we didn't have to pay for it, so that was that was good. And so from there on we went with a guy named Steve Foley.
Oh yeah.
And we went to the first time, because I mean it was recorded in 2 parts. Yeah. But originally it was supposed to be a 3-song EP.
Yep.
And we went to Perth, Ontario.
Yep.
And at Audio Valley Studio. Do you remember that time? I mean, from there, that was the first time we went in the studio together.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, anyone, right? I mean, did you ever go in the studio before that?
Nope.
No, so it was everybody's first time there.
Yeah.
How was it? I mean,
I was so nervous.
Yeah.
And just like listening to my playing at first, and I always want everything to be perfect. So listening
Yeah.
to me and seeing a little mistake, it was freaking me out, and I was just getting more nervous and more nervous.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I learned in that studio how to manage that stress.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was not all that good, and I did not know the song as well as I thought I did.
I think we
All did.
Yeah, it was just something, we didn't prepare for it,
Yeah.
We didn't have any pre-production or
Yeah,
anything. It was just
Never
like,
heard of it before
no,
that
what the
point.
hell what the hell's a click track kind of thing?
Yeah.
We never played with one.
Exactly.
We
We just wanted to shred the shit out of the guitars and bass and stuff.
Yeah,
and
just make music
Yeah.
and play hard. And do you do you remember do you have a moment that was like, oh, that was very, very good, and a very, very bad moment? Was there more bad than good?
I don't know. I think I focused more on the bad stuff because I want to be better, so I remember the bad stuff to
Yeah.
make it disappear.
Yeah.
But yeah, there were good moments. Like I don't know,
Well, I mean,
Pizza Hut.
Yeah, good general
cheese.
good times. Yeah.
Yeah, general good
Cheese-filled
times.
crust.
Yeah, cheese-filled crust. So
Oh.
good. I learned that it was not even real cheese. It was just like some mixture of whatever that felt like cheese and tasted like cheese.
Yeah?
I was sad to
'Cause-
learn that.
Cause dude, my cousin worked at Pizza Hut as a manager and stuff,
Okay.
and he said it's like ficello cheese.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm happy to learn that again.
Yeah, it's bad. But he said that's what it was. I mean, maybe cause I mean he told me that like not too long ago. So maybe back in the day when that happened, like
I don't know.
it wasn't real cheese.
Yeah. Maybe I'd prefer not to know, but yeah, that's another subject.
Yeah.
We had good times just spending all day in the studio, all weekend actually.
Yeah, it was a
in the
weekend.
studio.
It was a 3-day weekend. I mean, we arrived I think on a Friday,
Yeah.
Thursday night.
Thursday? Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
think-
we spent 3 days over
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Because we were living in a motel nearby.
Yeah.
It was like walking distance from the studio.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean,
There was a lot of bonding time.
Yeah.
All the band got a lot closer
mhm,
from that point on.
definitely.
Yeah, so it was good for us in that, I don't know, direction.
Yeah.
Just getting closer.
Yeah, man, that was good, and we learned to also we learned, like you said, from our mistakes and stuff. We knew from there on. We saw we weren't like as good as we thought we were,
Mm-hmm.
and but I mean, Steve was really kind with us. He took his time. I mean, the guy, was really, really good at making us feel comfortable.
Yeah, he was funny, always making a joke,
Yeah.
and he made us feel comfortable and okay with what we did.
Yeah, he was always saying it's good, keep on doing it, let's try one more. But that was good, and trying to get the better take out of you and stuff. And
Yeah, of course.
And-
And I like the way he was working, and
it was really laid back kind of guy also.
Yeah.
And from there on, we we finished our 3 days. Then did we have a mix in the car ride going back home? I think he gave us a CD with a rough mix, because I think we were listening to it driving back to Ottawa.
yeah,
I
I'm
think
not
so.
sure. I know we had one, but I don't know if we had it like right away. Because I know with that recording, we were always waiting for stuff.
Yeah, because I mean, like you said before, we weren't paying, so it was basically like for trade stuff. So
Yeah, so
the guy was doing when he could.
yeah, we were not his number one priority.
Exactly.
And I understand that,
Of
and we were
course.
just happy to be recording.
But like that whole process took about 6 months?
Just that, I think it took
No.
almost a year from the time we went in the studio and the time we had the album.
Yeah.
Well, the EP,
Yeah.
almost a year.
Yo, fuck.
I think we started like in, I don't know. Do you remember when? It was like in March or February or something like that.
There was, I think there was a little. No, there wasn't snow outside, but it was getting cold. So maybe
Was it getting cold?
October.
Okay. Yeah, I know it was at the point of it. I don't know, between the summer and the winter sometime.
Yeah,
But yeah,
but
it took a while.
Oh yeah. From there, though, he moved he closed his studio in Perth and moved to Ottawa at Liverpool Court Studios, where he still works right now.
Yep.
But that was good because it was right behind our jam spot in Saint Laurent. You know, literally, it's the the other complex out and back. So
much easier.
from there on, we decided we'd like to add a fourth song to the EP, and so we went in the studio again, but this time I believe we were tighter because we had rehearsed even more on that song and stuff. We, like he said, like Chris said, it was maybe a year.
Yeah,
but like a difference of a year, so we grew. Stuff,
Yeah. It was winter when we went back and stuff. I remember there was snow.
Yeah. So I mean, how was that second session playing the Flying Ones?
Better, I think.
Yeah.
But that's the moment where I learned that I was trying to make things too complicated for what they were on the bass. Mm-hmm. I remember trying to play a part, and he was like, "That's not gonna happen."
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it frustrated me, and the time I did it right after that, I did it well, and he was like, "Oh, okay, now I understand what you're trying to do." And I was like, "Damn, damn," and it was better than the first sessions.
Yeah,
but
I think for all of, I mean, the studio was nicer, it was bigger, and the fact also that it was in Ottawa. Did we do it in a weekend or?
I think we went in like some evenings and stuff.
Yeah, we did a couple of things, maybe a couple of nights or a couple of weekends. But I mean, that was definitely nicer and more relaxed. Also, just because we were able to go home after, or we had our rehearsal space. Just because I remember just before we entered to do the drums, we went and jammed the song about like 5 times or more, just so Rich was ready to drum it and do it tight, and be efficient with the time. All right. So from there on, we got the CD mastered in Finland at Finvox Studio by Mika Jusila.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. How do you remember when we fucking received the CD? Your reaction.
I remember all the band being in your van, and we were just like cruising around, and I think we went to Parc Moussette or something.
Yeah.
And we listened to it so loud.
Dude, we cranked that shit up. We listened to it over and over for like, maybe like 20, 30 times?
I don't know. Way too long.
Yeah. But man, how did you feel about like fucking listening to yourself? And I mean, I know for me, I was like, man, that sounds fucking badass.
Yeah, fucking right.
It was loud. It was heavy.
For me, it was like one of the best things I've ever heard because it was us guys, and it's just weird to. It's something to play the songs, but it's a lot different to hear them for the first time.
Yeah.
And I listen to it back now, and it's not the best things we've done.
No,
it's really not the best, but
the sound quality ain't that great.
Yeah, but I was just so proud, and I thought it was sounding so good, and it was just so heavy.
Yeah,
it was great.
Yeah,
great feeling.
Yeah. So from that point on, I think you mentioned it earlier in the podcast, it definitely opened some doors to us.
Yeah, definitely.
Having an EP.
Yeah.
We got better shows and stuff like that. Can you talk about that a bit? Just like the shows it got us.
Well, we had some shows in Montreal. They were not big venues, but without that recording, I don't think we could ever had shows out of the city.
It got us. It was a chance for us to put our music out there and for people to listen.
Yeah,
and be like, okay, cool, that's what you guys do. So I guess maybe we can take a chance and maybe book you if you can come.
Yep.
What's your favorite song to play on that EP?
On that EP?
Yeah, to play.
Yeah, it has to be The Flying Ones because I like that song so much.
Okay. And
it just sounds so badass on the EP.
Yeah. Well, the sound quality is a bit different because we recorded at another place, and the mix and everything sounded different. So
I think that makes a big difference.
Yeah. Okay. And what is your favorite song to listen to?
To listen to?
Yeah.
Well, If
it's the same, it's the same, man.
Yeah. Well, recorded, it could be that one or from the CD Revolution. I really like that song.
Just from the EP. Just
from the EP, it's Defying Ones.
EP.
Definitely Defying Ones. I think the chorus is just so badass.
Okay. All right. So we are going to listen to a sample of that right now.
Born from signaling, with the gods from the futures, back the bondage was. Rules falling from grace. We've been shut down. Put us out in the darkness. What are we without? Are we still fly? Enemies, your eyes to see. Little boys are screaming, but you just can't hear.
All right, so yeah, from there on, having done like I said, the EP and stuff, do you have from that period, 2010 and onwards, do you have a best show, a musical highlight? Do you remember something that something that really touched you?
Yeah. I remember one show. I think it was like with Kroll or something, a band from I don't really know where.
Yeah, I think Manitoba or something like that, or Winnipeg, or
they were on the tour and
Winnipeg is in Manitoba, right?
I don't know.
All right, let's not
So
dig
far
a hole
away.
deeper. But yes, continue.
Yeah, but yeah, they were touring and they came to Ukwe for a show.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to do the opening band,
Mhm.
and I don't know, we were not doing a lot of show back then, so there was a lot of people that came to that show.
Yeah. I mean,
And the crowd was just really fun.
It was packed, man.
Yeah. It's a small bar, so it's easy to pack, but that's a good point though,
Yeah.
as well, because
The energy is high.
yeah, you don't have to have I don't know, a lot of people, and the energy is high because
Yeah.
everyone feels like it's like full, and it's
Yeah.
like there's 1,000 people in there.
Exactly,
But
man.
actually there were like, I don't know, 50.
50, 60 maybe. I mean, I
Yeah.
remember seeing that, people were in the doorway trying to see in.
Yeah.
But
It was great. The energy was great.
dude, yeah.
It was one of our first show that we ended, and I don't know, we still had a lot of energy. We were just all so happy, all congratulating each of us and doing high fives and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember it was one of our first like really good show.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys go on my Facebook or the band's Facebook, I think there's a picture of us, the old lineup, all in the streets at night, hugging with arms on each other's shoulders and stuff like that. I think that's the night of that show.
Yeah,
It seemed to be like, that was at the Ukwe. I don't know if it was that particular show, but we seemed very happy. So
Yeah,
probably it
must
was
be.
that one.
Yeah, I think so. And there was like a weird guy that was always like trying to worship us. I don't
Yeah.
know. You remember that guy? He had weird drawing on his hands. It was at that show.
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah. You probably have some pictures somewhere of him like worshiping us on the ground, and
Maybe Dim has some pictures of that.
yeah, maybe he has.
'Cause he
I
has a
remember
shitload
there's
of-
a picture of him.
Okay, yeah. All right. Well, I'll ask him when he comes and sit in. So,
Yeah, cool.
from there on though, as we did more shows and stuff, you decided to leave the band, which was
Hard decision.
It was a very hard decision. It was very sad
Yeah.
for all of us, and I mean for me. I mean, you were my best friend, and you were. Why were you
was.
leaving the band?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I just came to a point in my life that I had to choose: do I want to go on and play metal, or should I go to the university, or should I do something else?
Yeah.
Nah, I was asking me those questions, and I've always been in science and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the possibilities that were offering to me, and I thought engineering could be cool. So I don't know. I tried engineering at Sherbrooke,
Mm-hmm.
and I was hesitating between Sherbrooke or Montreal, and I knew if I was doing that, I was leaving the band. But
Yeah.
Ottawa just seemed like a bad option.
Yeah.
And
So that's why it was sad, because not only were you leaving the band, you were leaving town. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Because
it was-
I'd be in the band if
Yeah, of course. If
I
you
could
would have
have
been in
stayed
Ottawa,
here.
you know, you would have stayed in the band.
Yeah.
So
And I don't really regret my choice. I really miss the band. I really miss hanging out and playing with you
Yeah.
guys.
Miss
Still
it
do hang out with you each time I
yeah,
come
you
back here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're the only person I always see when I come back.
Well, it's fucking touches my heart, man.
Love you, bro.
I love you too, man. Bro.
Yeah.
But from there, you know, we had to find another bassist, and we found Payam.
Yeah.
What do you think of him? I mean, from bassist to bassist. I mean, you know, or person to person. What do you think of him as a guy, a human being, and a bassist?
Yeah, well, between you and me, I think he's an ass, and I really like the guy. Actually, when I met him, I liked him. He seemed cool, but he was so young.
He was younger than
yeah,
us.
he was different. He was still learning to play. I think he had another band back then.
Yeah. What's his name?
I don't remember.
Yeah, there's something E in it.
Sorry.
Whatever.
I have a bad memory.
Sorry, Payam.
But I remember seeing him jam with you guys at the beginning, and I was like, yeah, he's okay. He's playing okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. But he's not doing all the things I was doing the way I wanted them to be.
Yeah.
And I remember coming back once in a while and seeing each time he was just, I don't know, he learned the songs and he was playing stuff differently than me.
Yeah.
Some stuff I did not really like. Some stuff I was like, oh my God, I never thought about that. That's great.
Yeah.
And the more I was coming, the more there was that than the parts I did not like.
Yeah.
The more and more I liked what he was doing, and I liked the energy he had, and now I see you guys on stage, and man, he has a killer attitude.
Yeah, he's got a like badass vibe to him, you know.
Yeah, I think it's a good addition to the band, and I'm glad he's there because I don't feel bad for, I don't know, leaving you guys. And
No.
I think you found a good bassist, and I think you guys are having fun with him.
Yeah,
so
totally.
I'm really happy, and I like seeing the guy as well. So I'm just glad you're having fun.
Definitely, man. I mean, the guy's really good, and yeah, we're really happy he's there. He's doing a bang up job.
Yeah.
You know, he was great in the studio and everything.
And he did not just take my place musically.
No.
I think everything we were debating, I was the one doing like, it's all right, dudes, calm down. He's trying to say that, you're trying to say this. And I think from what you're saying, Payam actually took my role doing that.
Yeah, he kind of does the same thing, you know. Like, I don't know if it's just because you're kind of alike, or it's just bassists are like-minded and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know. We'd have to ask other bands.
Yeah.
But I was it was funny when I learned that, but I was happy as well.
No, it was it was definitely a nice learning curve to play with him, and you know, to get to know the guy too.
Yeah, he really evolved with you guys.
Yeah, totally. I mean, we all did. I mean, it was, you know, learning to play with another bassist, another person. You know, you got to get used to it, and it must have been scary for him too. And I'm gonna talk about him that with him, but you know, he's coming in a band where it's like, you know, it was 5 friends who knew each other from high school, and he's the outsider coming in, and he's younger than us. Also, it must have been freaky as fuck.
Yeah.
So from there on, you left the band. You decided to go study electrical engineering.
Exactly, making robots and stuff.
Yeah, killer robots. And you still owe me a jetpack, motherfucker.
I do.
Or a submarine.
Or a submarine.
Yeah,
That could
a personal
be
submarine.
easier.
Yes, but I prefer the jetpack.
Yeah, well, I showed you the water jetpack, and you did not like it.
No, I want a fire fucking jetpack. I don't want to be stuck to a hose.
Yeah.
So from there on, you went to Sherbrooke University.
Exactly. Still am.
What's life after music like?
Oh my God. I think every time I see a show from that point, I was like, oh my God, I should be on stage. I miss that so much.
Yeah.
So that's something I want to get back to as soon as university is done.
Yeah, getting back to playing.
Sure. Getting back to playing, making a band, or just doing some, I don't know, small
Something
venues.
musical.
Yeah, of course. I miss that.
Okay. But like I remember at first, you kind of weren't playing music a lot. And you just recently got back to it, playing guitar, I think, a bit, and bass.
Yeah, acoustic guitar
Acoustic.
mostly, but
Yeah.
bass as well. I like playing bass in a band. When I don't have a band, it's kind of harder to find songs that are really fun to play just on the bass.
Yeah, yeah.
So I tend to play a bit of acoustic guitar as well.
Okay. So, you know, I mean, now you're playing for fun, getting your fingering back, your
Yeah, exactly.
fretting hands, muscle memory starting to come back a bit.
Yeah.
Do you play the old songs just for fun? Because I mean, I know once in a while you come down here, and if it's on a jam night or whatever, you sometimes like, all right, let's do Exiles or let's do Signs of That World, and like, all right, I'm gonna try to follow.
Yeah, well, I played actually when I take my bass. Most of the times I'm playing a riff from damn, I just said the name of the song, Defying Ones.
Defying Ones, yeah.
I actually play Defying Ones every time I take a bass, but I don't remember all the songs, so I play some riffs here and there. And yeah, I don't get the sheets back and listen to the songs and do them, like, play them along.
Yeah, yeah.
But I still play some of the riffs, Revolution as well, just to, I don't know, get back in the mood.
Yeah.
Still something fun to do.
And like, yeah, you just mentioned Revolution. That's off our new record, Tides of War.
Exactly.
What do you think of the new record, from like being an outsider to the final product?
Yeah.
Because I mean, like I'm talking about the sound quality and everything. What do you think of the record as a whole?
I think it sounds great. I remember each time getting back here when you guys were recording, and I don't know, you were criticizing how it sounded, how you were seeing all the mistakes.
Yeah.
And I remember always being in the backseat, and I was like, what are you guys talking about? This is killer. This is great.
Yeah.
And every time I was coming back, you had a new mix, and most of the time it sounded better. I remember one mix that was like awful because the guitars were way too loud and the drum was too loud, and I think the bass drum was too loud.
Yeah.
But most of them, they were killers, and you were criticizing, and I think the final record you have, the final mix, is just great.
Yeah, from being inside, you don't really see. You got to take a break, a breather, and let your ears rest, and to get another perspective, a new perspective on the record. But I mean, some of the songs on that record were actually written when you were in the band, and you've actually played some of the songs.
Yeah.
You've played. Which one have you played on? I mean, because we were playing them live, so I mean, I think there's videos of you playing stuff from the album Tides of War.
Yeah, one of the last songs I've learned must be like Blind Assassin.
Blind Assassin, yeah.
Yeah, we were doing it, like, all of it.
Yeah, you played
Revolution, for sure.
Revolution.
Did the solo on there?
Yeah, the bass solo. Yeah, you're the one who wrote it. It's not on the record though.
No, I know.
No, that was taken out. Producer Glenn Robinson decided that it was too much, but we still do it live.
Yeah.
You played Starborn, I believe.
Yes, Starborn.
Did you play Seventh Weapon?
I think at the point I was leaving, we were talking about learning it. I was starting looking at the tabs, but I don't remember playing it with you guys, like all the song, maybe some riffs.
Right, and like I said, Blind, yeah. Ambrosian Wings, no.
Nope.
Tides of War, the song you hated.
Everyone hated it, I think, at first.
Yeah.
But
like,
it sounds
that's
great
rock
now.
and roll.
Yeah. The tuning wasn't right.
No, it was just it was regular tune. So
Yeah.
we dropped it a whole step. So now it sounded better. And stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, from there on, Revolution. You played Severing the Bloodline. No.
Nope.
That was also new.
Yeah.
Red Skies.
Um.
You've probably got the tabs and stuff, but I don't know.
Probably.
Did you jam
you
it with
changed
us?
the name of a couple of songs as well, so it's getting me confused. You with working titles and then a title and then
and Renault's
we're
titles.
going back into a studio, so I'm changing the title again.
Yeah, but I think
Confuses me.
I think those those three were the ones you played when we were in the band.
I think so.
And you do you have a favorite song on that record?
On that record, well, I'd have to say Revolution.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it sounded killer, and I like doing it because it's a bit slower in a way than other songs, because it's more like
Yeah, it's got that marching groove
Yeah,
to it.
exactly.
That 1 2 3 1 2 3
Yeah.
beat. Yeah.
it pounds way more than it is trying to shred the shit out of it,
Yeah.
and I like that mood.
It's yeah, it's funny. I mean, I remember also pardon me. I
okay.
remember Chris you know, he always used to say like, "Oh man, I dig that song. I so love that song." And you know, we did it we were playing it live, and we always got a good response out of it, you know, from the crowd, cuz I think it was different than the other ones we played.
Exactly. I like Change.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, but most of the songs are great on that album as well.
do you like, because I know, you know, with you being at school and stuff, you have you got to go to Montreal and stuff sometimes to do what the hell?
Internships.
Yeah, internships. Thanks. And so you were actually in Montreal when we were recording the album with Glenn Robinson.
Yeah.
You came down to the studio also one day, or
hang
two,
out
and
with you a
hung
bit.
out, and we went out and ate lunch and stuff with Glenn.
With Glenn, yeah.
How
Nice guy.
How was it? Yeah, you know, being in the studio with him, working with him, like, you know, looking at him work. And
Yeah, well, I did not see him work that much, because I went in, I think it was Renaud doing vocals and stuff, and his
Yeah.
voice was starting to be
get shot and stuff.
yeah, a bit. So it was mostly at the end of it. So I mostly hang out with Glenn. I did not really see him work,
Okay.
but he seemed like a good guy. He seemed to be around for a while. He was, I don't know, I liked his old school way of
Yeah.
talking about stuff, but I did not
His
work with him, so
no.
I cannot
old-
say for
his
sure.
old school approach and stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely had a nice capture the energy
Yeah,
kind of attitude, you know.
and like we said at the beginning of the interview, I listened to a lot of different music, and I like the way that, I don't know, he seemed to be around with old rock and roll.
Yeah.
He seemed to like it, and his recording style was around that, but still he showed me what he was doing with his music, and it was mostly like electronic stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And I thought that was cool as well, because
He
I
gets,
don't know, he had a
he mixed-
large vision.
Yeah, yeah. He's got a broad horizon of musical
Exactly.
taste. You know, he worked in the old school rock arena and stuff. You know, but he also tries to dabble in the new way of working with the electronic style of music. So, I mean, he definitely has a nice range, a nice musical ability.
Yeah.
You know, so
He was a fun guy.
So, you know, like I said, skipping from the music scene to the girl scene.
The girl scene.
The girl scene.
Yeah.
And one thing I mentioned at the in the podcast intro, you are said to have a very, very large penis. I had to bring it, sir. I had to bring it. It is the genesis of the band. We started writing songs about Karine being able to take that beast capacity. She can take a shitload of penis.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a subject I don't like talking about, because you guys, okay, it's not the fact that they're talking about my penis that is getting on my nerve. It's the fact that they've been doing it for like 8 years, I think,
Yeah,
and
since
behind my back and stuff, they were always talking about my penis. I think this is quite disturbing. Chariots of the Gods started around my penis.
yes, it did, but it's
I'm
it's
not
so
even in the band.
It's so huge. It's got its own gravitational pull. That's why we gathered around it.
I think you guys could
Oh.
actually make like 100 joke book
Yeah.
about my cock.
His cock is so huge, trying to suck, it's like biting a wall. Ooh, that's all.
That was one that you
Yeah,
liked.
yeah, that was a good one. But
You were ass.
but I mean,
I remember being in Cégep in college, and you guys came, and you did not know my friends
no,
that were at that place,
Yeah.
and you were like, "Hey, penis, penis!"
yeah, because that's how we call it in the band. That's how we call him. We just call him Penis instead of Chris, because we had two Chris's. You know, we had
Yep.
Big Chris, who was big, and we had Penis for your guest right here.
Yeah, for no
So-
reason.
No. So
They all saw it, and it's whatever.
it is. It's been confirmed as huge by the ladies we have met.
Yeah, they were just encouraging the folk.
No,
The legend, the myth.
No. I don't think so, my friend. I mean, we've seen it in the hot tub at Rich's place, you know, when we're all there with the girlfriends and stuff.
Yeah, good old days.
Yes, it was huge.
How did you call it? Nessie, I think. Idiots.
Oh fuck, man!
I can't believe this is going to get on the internet.
Yes, it is. It's going. It'll be recorded and it's gonna be out there forever.
Good.
But you know, that's just. I mean, I hope you don't really take it that bad, honestly, because it's not like we're saying, "Yo, small cock." We're saying like, "Yo, monster of a cock, man." You know, we're like, Chris is so huge. It's kind of we're kind of complimenting you.
Yeah, I just think it's disturbing that you're always complimenting me with those things and
Yeah,
making
but-
jokes.
Yeah, but
I
it's-
remember
it's
you guys could
fucking
talk about
funny.
about it for like 2 or 3 hours,
Yeah.
making jokes and always laughing.
I mean, you know, fuck. You just put me and Big Chris start talk, you know, in the same room, starting to talk about that. It's not gonna fucking end.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, it's also what fueled us also is that we were able to get a laugh out of you too. I think it kind of helped when you were like, oh, yeah, that's good, guys, that's good.
Yeah, but that was pretty rare. I remember
come
biting the
on.
wall was funny. I remember the one about the moon.
Oh yeah, it's never full.
It's never really
always,
full.
There's always a.
That was funny, but you know, they've been doing jokes for like an hour and I'm not laughing and I'm saying to those guys, shut up, stop talking about my cock.
Yeah.
And they get that one and I'm laughing because I cannot keep it in because it's just funny.
Yeah.
And they go on for another 2 hours because of that.
All right, well, you know, let's not get
It's an
on another
obsession.
2 hours about that on this
Thank you.
podcast. I'm being very polite, but
Good old days.
good old days indeed, man. Hey, just thinking about that, you know, you said party anecdotes. You said you didn't remember anything. I mean, you remember Dim's fucking parties at
Yeah,
his place. I mean, those were great.
yeah, those were great. I remember doing a show at the Cégep,
Yeah.
and Dim was just, I don't know, giving after party tickets
for
to his
the-
place.
for the one night stand show.
Yeah.
Fucking right.
One night stand. We were just, I don't know, doing covers for a show. I
Yeah.
was
It was
trying
supposed
to-
to be, you know, we were filling in for. It was basically Chariots of the Gods without Renault on vocals and having Dimitri playing guitar and singing and
Yeah.
me singing also and stuff.
old
and-
rock
Yeah,
cover
just
songs.
doing rock cover songs, and we were. It was just supposed to be a one-time thing. We're filling in, so that's why we called it One Night Stand. So
Yeah, and Dim was giving after party tickets to people
he lived
he
across the
knew
street from
or
the Cégep.
people he thought was hot.
Yeah.
I remember that, just not giving tickets to people he thought was weird or ugly.
Yeah.
It was funny. And there was way too many people for
Oh,
that apartment.
man, fucking right.
It was a one-room apartment.
Yeah,
So
no, it was
people were just sitting everywhere in, I don't know, his kitchen and on the floor, everywhere.
Yeah, dude, it was reeking from fucking weed and beer, and
Yeah.
dude, it was bad. Yeah, man. All right, so I guess you know, we can call it quits for this podcast. I mean, do you have anything you want to plug? Anything you want to say? Final words?
Final words.
You know, whatever you want to say it.
Yeah. I think you should record Beneath Dark Waters.
Oh,
I'm always in the back screaming Beneath Dark Waters at shows, and you're like, who said that? Who said that?
well,
I'm the only person who knows the song.
we might. You know, I think I was reworking it a bit.
Oh, really?
Somewhere, yeah.
That's good news.
So, but I don't know if it's
I don't know if everyone would like it. It's a bit different in other
yeah,
songs
you know,
as well.
it's older, so it doesn't have the
Yeah.
vibe we're doing now.
Yeah, it's a bit more trash.
Yeah,
Trash metal.
Yeah,
But yeah, I had a lot of fun with you guys, and I still miss it, and I miss you guys. but-
it's you too, dude.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, it's nice that you're still fucking around, and you can, you
Yeah.
still drop by, and we keep in touch, and you know, it's good It's good to see you here, man.
Yep, and I'm still listening to your music.
Yeah, you
trying
came
to make it to shows and
yeah. I mean, the last show you came and saw us in Montreal.
Yep.
2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, 2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah, on what was the date? February 22nd.
Something like that. 21st, 22nd. I don't know.
Yeah, circa that, whatever. But how was it? I mean, from you being in Chariots of the Gods, seeing a Chariots of the Gods show live, how is it? I mean,
Well, it's so
because I mean,
different.
I can't say I never saw it.
Yeah, it's really different, and actually, just seeing you guys is great. I like the energy you have, and it's been 2 years, and I'm not in the band anymore. And every time I see you, you're way more out there on stage, and everyone has more of his own presence on stage.
Yeah,
that's great to see. It's fun to see such great friends that I went to high school with having fun on a stage and continue to growing up, and just seeing a band that I started with some of my best friends being able to go on like that. It's great. It's great to see.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry, man.
Yeah, brings the tears to my eye.
Yeah, fucking love you, dude.
Yeah, me too.
Say bye, bitch.
Oh yeah, bye, bitches.
All right, well, that concludes part 1 of Chariots of the Gods Project Genesis. I don't know exactly when part 2 will come. I'm going to try to get a schedule going and a steady rhythm, but, definitely join me next time. I want to get former guitar player Christian Methot to sit in and talk to us. The plan is to get in his head and know what makes him tick. Well, all right, man, that's a wrap. I'm your host, Mathieu Saint-Amour from Chariots of the Gods. Keep it metal, keep it real, and keep it rocking.
I'll fight to witness the end.
For all your Chariots of the Gods need, you can go on our official website at www.chariotsofthegods.net or join us on Facebook at Chariots of the Gods. Don't forget to go on YouTube and check out our music video for the song Tides of War. For those of you who want merchandising, go on our official website on Bandcamp. From there, you can buy a copy of our newly released album, Tides of War. They're available in hard copies or digital download. You can also get a copy of our old EP, Reverence, which is also available in hard copy and digital download. And we also have t-shirts available. Chariots of the Gods, Tides of War is also available on iTunes, Amazon MP3, eMusic, Deezer, Rhapsody, Xbox Live, and a lot of other mediums. Go check us out. See you next time.
Make a living from my sorrow. Red peace.